Once upon a time, on the outskirts of a city in Japan, there stood an old temple. Many young boys who wanted to study Buddhism would come to live in the temple and learn from the master, a Buddhist monk. One day, the wise Buddhist monk who managed this temple decided to teach his young pupils an important lesson. He gathered them around him and said, "Dear students, as you can observe, I am growing old and slow. I can no longer provide for the needs of this temple as I once did. I know that I have not yet taught you to work for money, and so I can only think of one thing that can keep our school from closing." All the pupils listened curiously to the master with their eyes opened wide. Then the master said, "Our nearby city is full of wealthy people with more money in their purses than they could ever need. I want you all to go into the city and follow those rich people as they walk through the crowded streets, or when they walk down the deserted alleyways, and when no one is looking, only when no one is looking, you must steal their purses from them. That way, we will have enough money to keep our school alive." "But master," the boys chorused in disbelief, "you have taught us that it is wrong to take anything that does not belong to us." "Yes, indeed I have," the old monk replied. "It would be wrong to steal if we were not in dire necessity. Remember, you must not be seen. If anyone can see you, you must not steal." "Do you understand?" the master said. The boys were confused and looked anxiously at each other. Had the beloved teacher gone mad? His eyes shone with intensity they had never seen before. "Yes, master," they replied softly. "Good." Then the master said, "Now go, and remember, you must not be seen." The boys got up and quietly began to walk out of the temple. The old monk got up slowly and watched them go. When he was turning back to go inside, he saw that one pupil was still standing quietly in the corner. "Why did you not go with the others?" he asked the boy. "Do you not want to help save our temple?" "I do, master," the boy replied softly. "But you said that we had to steal without being seen. I know that there is no place on this earth that I would not be seen, for I would always see myself." "Excellent," exclaimed the master. "This is just the lesson that I hoped my students would learn, but you were the only one to understand it. Now, run and tell your friends to return to the temple before they get us into trouble." The pupil ran and got back his friends who were nervously gathered just out of the sight of the temple, trying to decide what to do. When they returned, the master told them the words of the pupil who had stayed back. They all understood the lesson. No matter what we do, we always have a part of ourselves that is quietly watching, and that knows right from the wrong. It will guide us always if we are ready to listen.